At least once a week I get the question, how do you get everything done and work a full-time job too? We'll give you some tricks on how to make those things easier for you. Spring is here, the sun's out, everything's growing, and this is a super busy time of the year. We got to make some splits and put some queens and O's for our spring nukes. We got all the dogs to feed and take care of. We still have a few mamas to kid, and we got to check on all the babies and make sure they're doing good. We have to pet Marilyn too. You say hey? Hey, say hey. Yeah. We gotta feed the sows and the boar. Hey, Barbie. We gotta feed both the feeder groups and make sure everybody's doing fine. And I'm sure I forgot something, but let's get it all done. Guys, ready for dinner? So this is some of the group that you saw in a few videos back that kept getting out of the fence. So they got used to just shooting under the fence, and I've had to put them in this big pen, 16 by 48, to retrain them to electric. So I'm gonna leave them in there a few more weeks just to make sure, and then we'll move them out into a paddock that's got a gravity feeder. So this is part of the afternoon chores we do every afternoon. Filling up the buckhorn and moving the new feed box out here is not something we have to do every afternoon, but about twice a week we have to fill up this 600 pounds to feed these two groups here. I'll show you the other group in just a second. So up here's the paddock that those came out of. The other, I had 16 in here. 8 of them kept wanting to get out. Most of this 8 stay in pretty well, and we'll get them fed, get their feeder filled back up, and get them settled in. Yeah, fence is hot. Get them settled in for the afternoon. Here, let me give you some. So if you've got everything set up, 30 or 40 minutes every afternoon we can feed and check on everything. But on the afternoons you have to move feed around and build the buckhorn back up. It takes a little longer. And thankfully we have the long hours of the day now, so I don't have to be in such a rush when I get home, just rush trying to get it done. I can sort of take my time. Let's check the water, make sure it's filled up. We'll turn it off on our way back through if it is. Oh yeah, I can already see it. See the water there? They've got a wallow. It's getting warm. It's like 78 today, so they enjoy that little bit of mud. You can tell they've been laying in it. So let's get the tractor back. We'll get the Kubota, the buggy we call it here, and we'll finish up the feeding chores. Well, you guys have made a mess out of the fence here, haven't you? Goodness gracious. Hold on, I'll clean it up. Y'all always give me extra work. You just don't like to see me have an easy afternoon. That wasn't too bad. You're muddy. Come on, let's go, Barbie. Let's go. There you go. Goodness. It's been too long of a day. There we go. So let's look at our gravity feeder for one of our feeder groups here. For the larger feeder group. The smaller feeder group is the ones that we did first. If I had enough, and hopefully someday I will, have enough gravity feeders, something similar to these, kind of a feeder, that just all you have to do is fill it up about once a week and then let them just eat out of it and then keep it full. If I had that to put around in every single pasture, that would make life so much easier for me during the week when I'm at work. During the summer, it's not too bad because I teach, I'm off for the summers. But getting off at 4 and then coming to work on the farm, if I had gravity feeders for everything, I could fill them up on a Saturday really good. And then just check on things during the week. That would make life simpler. But like I was talking to a fella last night on Facebook, was talking about pigs. He'd messaged me asking some questions, and it's all about baby steps. Don't get too much in debt, don't get too much overhead going on, and then you'll be able to make a little money while you're doing this, not just make money to pay the bills. So this is an old worn out feeder. The lids are broke off of it, but right now it's working fine, keeping the pigs fed, and that's all that matters. Now let's go check the gate. As you can see, our buck Hammer over there, he's waiting on his food. He knows what's coming, so let's get there a bit of grain that we're going to give him right now. So we'll take that to them. Come here, let's go, Cash. Get on. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Atta boy, let's go. Come on, let's go. Come on, let's go. Let's go feed the goat. Hey, Bubba. All right, let's go check on the goats. Hey, Drax. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. Are you happy today? Are you happy? Are you a happy boy? Yeah, you are. You're a happy boy. Yes, you are. You're a happy boy. Yeah, you're a good boy. You're a good boy. Hey, Marilyn. Hey, girlie. Hey, mama. We are at 12 bucklings and 9 doelings right now, so not too bad at all, and still have the 3 to kid. So we'll just see how that goes. So when you work full-time and you try to small farm or farm too, you need to figure out ways to save yourself time. So the Advantage feeder here was one of those time-saving purchases for us. This has been a really good feeder. It controls the amount of feed per head per day. Hopefully you can see kind of how the Advantage feeder works, how they just lick the feed out of those little trough areas, and then it regulates how much per day that they can get. So if you want to see exactly how this Advantage feeder works, I'll link a video of that right here, but we won't talk about it today other than the fact that it's a real time saver. In the winter and stuff, or anytime you need to put out feed for them, like when they're lactating or when they're gestating, you can fill this with feed. It holds 1,200 pounds, and then I average you know, from 3/4 to a pound per head per day if they're lactating. So I can just set the adjustments on and it works really well. But that actually saves us lots of time. Right now I'm actually coming in the pasture and checking for the does that are about ready to kid, but normally I could just drive up, count everything, if they're there, drive off, and that's good for the afternoon. I don't have to walk in and actually visually inspect everybody and look for new babies. So again, springtime takes a little longer to do everything, but that's okay. I love this time of year when all the babies are coming and running around and bouncing. Basically what this video's been is just about what our afternoon consists of during the springtime when we've got everything really happening on the farm. It's about 6:22, about 6:20 in the afternoon. Still got to make those nukes today. We got to get those cells in there that we're going to have hatch in 2 or 3 days. Springtime is really hard on you when you have a full-time job because everything's blooming, everything's birthing, everything's growing. You know, you got all those stuff going on, everything's coming back to life from the winter time, so it makes it a little harder on you. But the things, if I can point out, that'll make your life easier if you're going to do try to farm or homestead and try to work a full-time job, which most people will have to do until they get their homestead making some money, is I'd recommend to try to make things as easy as possible. Set up all of your animals close together so you don't have to travel a lot. Put the same type of animals in a pen together so you're only feeding one pen at a time. And if you can use automatic feeders of any kind and fill them up once a week, say on Saturday or Sunday when you're not working, then that's what I'd recommend as well, because that is a huge time saver. Now those are usually an expensive investment of some sort, but I promise that investment over the long run will save you money and save you time and save you some stress too, and allow things to be a little bit easier for you. So guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed just watching our afternoon chores and trying to get an understanding of how we get everything done, and hopefully a few tips that we had in this video help you get things done a little bit quicker as well. Guys, as always, thanks for watching. We'll do it all again tomorrow. And that's why we say that, because there'll be another day tomorrow and we'll do the same thing over again. We'll bring you along again soon. Have a good one.